The most important part of dance is music. So now let us listen to the music and identify the beats.
1, 2, 3.
But that was too soft.
Sorry about the brief delay. Okay, we're back for another season. Open the door.
Not yet. I need to access the console.
Oh yeah, that's why we were a dignified pose, to be sure.
Oracle, I've attached the uplink to the microwave tower.
Perfect. I made an anonymous call to GCPD. They're gonna send someone to pick up the hostage. Come on, connect. Love the suit, by the way. Okay, both towers are fully online.
Time to find Scarecrow. I need to use both antennas to identify the micro and radio wave frequencies across Gotham. If I can find both frequencies at the same location, I'll know where Scarecrow is manufacturing his toxin.
How is a single Batarang doing this? I also feel like the number of locations that could produce this much toxin in Gotham is like you could count on one hand, but ooh.
The radio and microwave frequencies point to Ace Chemicals. That's where Scarecrow's producing the toxin. Jim, I've traced the fear toxin to Ace Chemicals.
Excuse me.
That's where we'll find Scarecrow.
Impossible. I've had a team there ever since the evacuation started, just like you asked.
Crane must have bought them off. Or worse.
I'm in the area. I'll round up my guys and head over.
Hold off until I get there, Jim. I'm on my way.
By the time we're finished, there's gonna be nothing left of this stinking city.
I need to stay on Bleak Island and follow up on the lead for Scarecrow.
I wonder if there's a. Give me a second. I wonder if there's a riddle for the Bat Signal.
Like Scarecrow's got enough gas to hit the entire city.
Why did I warn the Batman? Why give those terrorized refugees time to flee? You don't know, do you? And it scares you.
I got a taste of Scarecrow's fear gas once. I really, really don't want another one. Penguin and Two-Face working together? That's weird. I don't like it.
Any word from inside?
Nothing. We think there's a skeleton crew left in there, but they're not responding and the facility's locked down.
If they're still alive, I'll find them. They should be able to tell us what Scarecrow's up to.
What the hell?
to die, old man. In death, he has nothing left to fear. Keep him away from Ace Chemicals. Your vengeance will come. This ends tonight.
Friend of yours?
Stay here, and I'll go find out.
So, another, I think, a universally agreed weak point is actually the title character, the Arkham Knight. But we'll see in a moment.
Oracle, whoever this guy is, he's assembled an army. I need a name.
All right. We've got something here from a Black Ops team operating in Venezuela. They discovered a hidden training facility housing soldiers bearing the same insignia. There's nothing but speculation on their commander, though. The only thing sources agree on is his name. The Arkham Knight.
The Arkham Knight. Hack into their comms. I need to know what they're planning.
Anything else?
There's a crew of Ace Chemicals workers left on site. They'll be able to help us track down Scarecrow and locate his bomb. I need to find them.
Each worker will be carrying a unique ID chip.
If I can access their personnel records, I'll be able to track them.
There's a security terminal in a booth near your location. Try there.
There are 5 soldiers, each one armed and dangerous. Before I can access that terminal, I'll need to take them down.
Listen up! Scarecrow tells me the reaction is nearly complete. Final evacuation of this facility will begin T-minus 30 minutes.
So it started. Sure looks like it. This is the part I love. Taking people by surprise. Choppers coming over the horizon, blowing the crap out of the target. How come you're not on one of the choppers then? I ate something bad the other night. It's those damn rations. Still don't feel too hot. That sucks. Yeah, biggest operation ever, and I'm stuck in the rain outside a damn chemical plant, trying not to throw up. Operation said Batman could be heading this way. Maybe we can have some fun and be the ones who kill him.
Oh shit. Hang on.
Phase 2 starts, that's when it gets interesting. Gotham's never gonna recover from this. Hey!
Peekaboo.
It's safe to access the terminal. Let's see if Oracle was right. Data connection active. Data decrypting. Someone needs to upgrade their security protocols. Oracle, I've got the ID codes. If I reach a high vantage point, I can use the bat scanner to locate the workers.
Okay, I've marked the tallest structure in the area on your map. Try not to fall.
Batman's here! Engage!
This is perfect. I can release the bat scanner and search for the workers.
I've managed to intercept some radio traffic between Scarecrow and this Arkham Knight. Relaying it to you now.
I had him in my sights. I could have ended it right there.
We have not broken him yet. It will come.
Now I've waited long enough. Batman dies. Tonight.
Why do you
idea who the Arkham Knight is? Sounds like the two of you might have some history.
I've made a lot of enemies. First, I need to investigate the compound.
Are you seeing the spike on the internal router? Don't worry, it's nothing. Just a glitch. Okay, so it finally started. Phase 1 is a go.
Yeah, thank God. I feel sorry for those poor guys stuck underground for weeks. Yeah, guess what now?
What does this blue outline mean? Oh, environmental takedowns. Hell yeah. Like sleeping dogs. Aw.
Oracle, they've killed one of the workers.
Damn it. We've got to stop them. Listen, I've managed to hack into the militia comms network. You'll be able to listen in on any channel-wide broadcast from now on.
Thanks, Oracle. I found a way to get the Batmobile into the compound. They'll pay for this. All of them. Gates open. Time to bring in the car.
Main gates open, get ready. We got a $1 billion tank headed straight for you. We've deployed a Diamondback to the main courtyard, sir. Crush him.
Gotta love their optimism. Your 60mm cannon will penetrate these heavily armored units, but it'll take a few direct hits to destroy them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Sir, he punched through the armor, just like you said. He's searching for hostages. Keep non-essential radio chatter to a minimum. He'll be listening. You are listening, aren't you, Batman? Then listen to this. To all embedded units in Gotham, Operation Savior has begun. Each one of you has a role. Each of you knows your role. So move out of this damn city and lock it down.
Excuse me?
I want our hands wrapped tight around Gotham's throat within the hour.
Batman's keeping his distance.
Hello? Oh, they've got teamwork moves. They thought they was about to do something.
Untie me, please. Thank God you're here.
Hello?
We're in! Go, go, go! Spread out! Keep your guns trained on him. If even looks like he's planning to leave that room, open fire. Oh, and avoid the bat symbol. It's a little trick. It's where his armor's the strongest. Aim for the weak spots at the shoulders first, then coordinate fire at the points where the plates meet.
Please.
You say something?
Leave him out of this.
Always defending the weak and the helpless. It's what I like about you. Predictable. And that's why we're gonna win. We know your move before you do. We know how you think!
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
Of course, you're thinking, who the hell is this guy?
No. I'm just trying to decide which one of you I'm going to take out first.
And just so we're both on the same page here, I fully intend to kill you. But first, we're gonna make you suffer. We have the target. Just say the word and I'll end this now. Gotham will be ours. You don't understand. There are no second chances with this guy. Don't come any closer. You'll regret this.
That's dope. Got you. The detail of the bat signal, or the bat symbol being the most heavily armored part,
Kinda looks
does
like you.
make sense, but it feels like it would make more sense if it was brightly lit with a yellow background, but
incredible.
it's not.
I thought they were gonna kill us both.
You're safe now.
You don't know the half of it, Batman. Scarecrow.
I also don't know
Stay
how
calm
he
and
has
tell me what you know.
details about the specs of this armor.
They've been running the plant for hours. They brought in trucks, weapons, soldiers, shipments of hazardous materials. They knew exactly what they were doing.
He's producing his toxin on a massive scale.
It's bad. Real bad. We're talking about a gas cloud that could cover the entire eastern seaboard.
Where do I find Scarecrow?
I got no idea. All I know is he's moving ahead with his plan. And he's got a whole freaking army backing him up. We're screwed, Batman.
I'll stop him. But first I'm getting you out of here. Wait by the Batmobile.
Have you found Scarecrow?
Not yet. It's worse than I thought.
How much worse can it be?
He's building a bomb big enough to cover the entire East Coast in fear toxin. Take your men and get out of here. Head to GCPD and lock it down. Keep everyone inside.
I'll get my men off the streets, but I'm going nowhere. You bring anyone you find to me.
Jim, it's too dangerous.
You'll stop him. I know you will.
Hold tight. I'll get you to Commissioner Gordon.
Master Bruce, there are militia tanks all over the city. Gotham is overrun.
If I don't stop Scarecrow's bomb, there'll be no city to save.
Great work. I knew you wouldn't let us down.
We're not done yet, Jim. I'm going back for the others.
There we go.
Sir, the tanks can barely touch Alpha Target's vehicle. Offensive
The Cobra
capability
tanks
way
are
beyond
out of action.
expectation.
He's been busy.
Oh god, he destroyed the tanks! Hey, don't worry, we've got more. Yeah, but not here. Not right this second. What if he comes up here? I'm not scared. Let him come. He thinks he's the big man. He's not.
He's on the extinction list. So what do? We wait. What? Orders.
What kind of level up shit do we have?
Per your request, I've created a series of diagnostic...
I'm still used to the old button layouts where you you selected weapons with the D-pad.
I need to find a way to...
What? We don't have the freeze grenade.
The Batmobile will be able to destroy that pipe.
That's better.
That's 2 dead workers now. I should have stopped this.
Batman, look. I've been talking with Robin. I really think you should consider letting him help you. You're up against an entire army.
She's right. We're a team. This city needs both of us.
I can handle it, Robin. I've told you what you have to do. Now do it.
This can wait.
No, it can't. You know what's at stake. I need you to stay focused, or things will get worse. Much worse.
You shouldn't be so hard on Tim. He only wants to help.
Don't let your feelings for him cloud your judgment.
You think I want him out there in harm's way? I'd rather he stay out of it. But he could help you.
If Robin can't save those people, the fallout will be every bit as dangerous as Scarecrow's bomb.
That's 3 dead now. These animals are going to pay.
We'll stop them. We always do, right?
If I'm going to reach the worker, I need a way to move this elevator.
There must be something.
Ground forces, now this island is under our control. Watchtowers and checkpoints are fully operational. I want attack units on Miagani now. Get me a drone patrolling every damn back alley.
Oh.
This is as high as the elevator will go. This is as high as the elevator will go.
Hey, you! On your feet! This way! Move! No, please! I said move! Get up! Take your hands off me!
Excuse me?
You need me to teach you some manners? You brought this on yourself. Now, take it like a man.
So here's what I don't get. This night guy shows up out of nowhere and assembles an army this size. He must be richer than Bruce Wayne. I never heard of him. Every supervillain around is in on this one. It's all part of Scarecrow's plan.
Yeah, the Knight took him for every penny they had.
How'd he convince them?
Beats me, but he was convincing enough to get a 3... Hold it there! Back in! Get out of here! No! He's no match for you! You're better than...
He teleported and kicked him in the nuts.
It's okay. You're safe.
You're too late. We're both already dead. You know about the bomb he's building, right?
Where is he?
I heard him saying he was in the central mixing chamber. You know what that means.
He's getting ready to release his toxin.
I've seen what that stuff does to people. If that gas gets out there, it's gonna be chaos.
I won't let that happen. I'm getting you out of here. Get to the elevator. Jim, I've rescued the second worker. I'm coming to you.
What about Scarecrow?
He's in the central mixing chamber. As soon as the technicians are safe, I'm going after him.
Is it as bad as it sounds?
Worse, Jim. But I'll stop him. You have my word.
Alright, let me...
I should join the technician in the elevator before doing that.
I mean, you don't have to go yourself if you have the remote Batmobile.
God, we're stuck down here. This elevator is the only way out.
It's moving. How are you doing that? Who cares? I'm just happy to be getting out of here.
Alfred.
I saw, Sam. Initial scans indicate that the craft is unmanned and being controlled remotely.
Weapons lock deactivated.
Come on then, hero! Let's see if you can keep up with me! You feel that one? That's just the first of many. So, you still not lost your touch? Good. It's gonna make this so much more interesting. Nice shooting! I wish I could be in there, but then, you just hold back.
There we go.
Private One, tonight you pay for everything!
Oracle. Scarecrow is preparing the bomb in a central mixing chamber. I need a way in, and I need it now.
I'm working on it, but I'm gonna need a couple minutes.
Find it, Barbara.
Patience is a virtue. You've heard that, right? Guess not.
I completely forgot that they paired Barbara up with Tim Drake.
These two were lucky. Scarecrow's
Because
forces have
Nightwing
murdered
is like
the other
barely
workers.
a character.
Take them back to GCPD, but be careful, Jim. There's militia all over
Robin's
Gotham.
not much better
What are you going to do?
in terms of like
Oracle, I need that
actual
route to
relevance,
Scarecrow.
but
We're running out of time.
You're not gonna like this. There's only one entrance, and it's been sealed from the inside.
What about the service tunnel?
It runs behind the main wall of the facility. I've sent you the location. What are you going to do?
Improvise.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing it wants me to move this ramp. I should probably move the Batmobile out of the way.
Is the strike team ready? I'm with them now. The asset is a crucial element of my plan. Do not disappoint me. Oh, I never disappoint.
What do you think they're planning?
First, we need to focus on stopping Scarecrow. Then I'll deal with the Knight.
Oh, hello.
Batman, I think I found a weakness in those drone tanks. I'll investigate and report back soon.
You hear that? I think he took out our tank. Are you sure? Maybe our tanks took out his tank. What? Mobile says it's a car. Why are they saying tank? I don't know. I hear it
The soldiers are covered by that sentry gun. I'll have to take them out quickly to avoid detection.
Who's driving a tank? A car that looks like a tank. We are the finest army ever assembled, whereas he is just one man. Let him come at us in his tank. We have hundreds of tanks. He is one man. We are thousands. He is good. We are better. Huh, you really did go to the briefings.
That's better.
Batman, we made it back to the precinct. God knows how. There are tanks everywhere. The bastards must have been planning this for weeks.
Dig in and do what you can, Jim. I'll deal with them as soon as I've stopped the explosion.
We're all counting on you, Batman. We'll get through this. I know we will.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid, sorry.
All units evacuate the Ace Chemical Facility. I say again, this is the final evacuation order. Anyone left behind will die painfully. Listen up. I just got word that Phase 1 is complete. Right now, our client is preparing to engulf the city in a cloud of fear gas. Do not forget your training. Gas masks, useless. Respirators, useless. Only two things can keep you safe, men. Get it?
Fuck yeah. Let's see.
I've just run a simulation based on the mixing chamber capacity. He's not bluffing, Bruce. I guess now we know why he evacuated the city.
He needed control of the plant. Only Ace Chemicals has the facilities to build a bomb of this size.
The fallout will be huge.
We played right into his hands. He didn't care if everyone ran.
He knew that no one would be able to escape the blast radius.
All remaining units rendezvous at the staging ground on the West Island now!
I need to get the car into this area before I can use it.
Turning the place into a bomb. What did you expect? for casualties.
I should have thought about that.
We need eyes on target now.
Okay.
Nothing we can do here.
Where's the knight? We need backup. He's running the occupation. Just keep moving.
Oh, they're... Okay.
Going back for another.
More reactant loaded.
Peekaboo.
It appears that the flow of chemicals has stopped, which can only mean that you are here, Batman. I've been looking forward to seeing you again. I know you're out there. The door is open.
No, it's not. The door is not open. No.
You're even.
I did not see that prompt before.
Do you really think you've won? Fear makes you predictable. I am in complete control.
How do I shut it down?
Let me go, or she dies.
What are you talking about?
Barbara Gordon.
Have you found him?
Get out of there! Now!
Relax. No one knows I'm here.
Nothing hurts like losing one of the family. Knowing that there is no one to blame but yourself.
Alfred.
I heard what that maniac said to you, sir. I've been trying to contact Miss Gordon, unfortunately with no success.
Keep trying.
Warning, explosion imminent.
Now what?
Warning, explosion imminent. Warning, explosion imminent.
Oh, there we go. Sorry.
Preparing neutralizing
I'm just seeing.
What are you
I'm just
doing? It's
not
too late.
seeing prompts
You can't
today.
stop it.
I know. I'm not trying to stop it, but I can reduce the blast radius.
And what will happen to you?
That doesn't matter. Find her, Alfred.
Neutralizing agents deployed.
These canisters are highly volatile. I'm going to have to move slowly. Be very careful.
Sir, I urge you to reconsider. Evacuate now. If you're caught in that blast, you will die.
There's no other way, Alfred.
There's always a way, sir. Please.
Neutralizing agent deployed. Blast radius reduced by 25%.
Where is she, Alfred?
I have no idea.
It's my fault they took her.
She was aware of the risks, Master Bruce. She'll be as angry as you are that she's allowed this to happen. Sir, listen to me. Don't you see? This is what he wants. Without you, Gotham will be at his mercy. You cannot let him win.
Neutralizing agent deployed. Blast radius reduced by 50%.
I'm monitoring that facility. You're out of time. I'm begging you, leave now.
It's what you taught me. Do the right thing. That's all that matters.
Hey, Blackstone.
Master Bruce, I implore you. You must get out of there. If this is about Miss Gordon, you cannot blame yourself for what's happened. Save yourself.
We're about to get
before it's
dosed with
too
fear
late.
gas in a second.
Goodbye, Alfred.
Neutralizing agent deployed. Blast radius increased by 1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000%. 1,000%.
Assuming that the last one is the fear toxin, and that's not true. Oh hey.
Miss me?
So in case you didn't see the last game, the Joker is dead, and that's a hallucination, but... What's going on now? It's been like 5 years since I played this. But I hope you're having a good evening. Gordon is looking a lot less old than the last game. Or he's discovered hair dye.
Great. How the hell am I supposed to get in?
Voice pattern analyzed. Identification confirmed. Welcome, Commissioner Gordon.
Unbelievable.
I'm doing alright. I was testing my webcam because I'm planning a face reveal in the next couple days. The flying racing. No. Ghost in Grey.
What the hell is this place?
I don't know. Hello?
Commissioner, thank God. You have to get me out of here. They've locked me up, running tests like I'm some kind of guinea pig. There's nothing wrong with me.
Miss me already, Bat?
Oh, hello.
Oh, it's you, Commissioner Boredom. What have you done with my soulmate? If you try to come between us, I'll carve you a smile so wide your head falls off.
So in case anyone is unaware, the part of the plot of the last game was that the Joker ran a scheme where he gave his tainted blood to the hospital secretly, and a few people managed to still get it even though they shut the plot down.
Don't
and now they've been infected with his blood and are turning into the Joker.
Are the police commissioner?
Because that's just science.
Your face was on that billboard they replaced with mine. What are you waiting for, old-timer? Johnny C doesn't do requests.
What do you want, pig? Coming in here eyeballing me. You think you can police me? Nobody polices the Goliath.
White man jump scare.
What is this place? Who are these people?
Before it killed him, Joker sent his infected blood out to all the hospitals in the state.
I know, we tracked it all down.
We missed some.
How?
Hospital errors. Transfusions that went unrecorded. 5 people were affected. Untreated, the blood's gestated too long. It's altering them. They're becoming...
Joker. My God.
It's a form of Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease, but mutated.
Thank you,
beyond
that's
anything
very
on
helpful.
medical record.
What about that one? He doesn't look like the others.
Henry Adams. He's been infected the longest, but he's symptomless. Immune to Joker's blood. I've got Robin running tests to find out why. One thing's for certain. Henry's the key to all this.
I've cooperated. I've done everything you asked. You said it would only take a few days.
You can't hold him here against his will.
We're close, Jim. We can't let him go until we save the others.
Okay, Creutzfeldt-Jakob
Wait.
disease.
You said 5, I only count 4.
Okay,
There's
it's
one
a
missing.
prion disease that causes behavioral changes and dementia and that kind of thing. I don't see how that's relevant here. We are the Joker. We are the last Joker.
Can you hear me, Bruce? Oh, don't act all surprised, Bats. You knew this was going to happen sooner or later. Me stuck deep inside you. Together, we're going to give the city what it deserves. A new Batman. A better Batman. A darker one. But we can come back to this later. First, we need to agree on some priorities. Sure, you've saved the city by reducing the blast, but Ace Chemicals is still
We
about
failed to
explode.
reduce the blast entirely, so we
You
need to
need
get
to
the
start
fuck out of
looking
here.
out for yourself. After all, you're brooding for 2 now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, Bats, I missed you. All the subtlety and nuance of a napalm enema.
So the resources that Scarecrow, let me turn that down. The resources that Scarecrow would need to field this army and all of this shit would be like billions upon billions of dollars. And I don't remember if they answer where the hell he got this funding.
Alfred.
Oh, thank God. When the explosion, I thought you might be...
It's okay, Alfred. I managed to reduce the blast radius and prevented the toxin from spreading into the city.
But what about Scarecrow? Or this Arkham Knight character? They've got tanks, missiles. Their forces are all over Gotham.
Crane got away. I was exposed to his toxin.
So I pre-ordered this game on PC, but I didn't have a good enough PC, and also the PC version was a complete shit show. So I was unable to play it for like 2 years until I got a PS5 or PS4.
Intoxicating. It really brings out the me in you.
Sir, did you hear what I said? Commissioner Gordon has been trying to contact you.
And Oracle has been kidnapped.
You got out. See, I said you wouldn't let me down.
I need to speak to you.
Sure. What is it?
Meet me outside GCPD prisoner detention. I'm heading there now. Alfred, analyze the militia forces, troop deployments, equipment, movements. I want to know exactly what I'm up against.
I'll perform a full analysis of the occupying forces and report back shortly, sir.
The Scarecrow is now voiced by John Noble for the big finale. I don't consider the Suicide Squad game canon.
Tell me what you know. All right, I'll talk. Just don't hurt me.
Good.
It's okay, these tanks are unmanned. It's fine.
Batman's taking out a Rattler.
Oh, the cauldron is where Hitman hangs out. Oh well.
Control Falcon 4, hostage situation near the clock tower. I think it's one of the missing fire crew. Over.
Wait to see the look on his face when you tell him his daughter's been kidnapped.
I would assume so.
And it's all your fault.
When I was reading through the Bloodline specials,
I've got to go. Batman's.
I learned that, well, technically some of Hitman's supporting cast has appeared in the new Kite Man series.
Come on, you're
None of the Bloodlines characters have appeared in any other media. The closest that they've come is that there's an episode of Justice League Unlimited where they reference Tommy Monaghan.
We'll get her back.
And that's it.
Which one? Who's got my little girl?
Scarecrow. They took her from the clock tower.
All right, we need to go. There could be a clue, something that will lead us to her.
And before now, Gordon thought that Barbara was out of the city.
And the great thing is, I'll be standing right there when you do.
Jim, I need you to stay focused. It's dangerous out there. Drive slow and let me deal with any trouble.
Why did I let this happen?
There's no way you could have predicted this, Jim.
It's my job to predict it as a cop and a father. The whole thing's gone down on my watch. Up ahead, we got company. Who are they?
Militia.
Pursuing forces, this is Arkham Knight. Your priority is to apprehend Commissioner Gordon. I say again,
Get out of here.
priority is to apprehend the Commissioner. I want him alive. Let nothing stand in your way.
So again, the Arkham Knight is probably one of the weak points of this game. For several reasons. I'm debating whether to spoil it or not, but
These cars ain't built for this.
but the big thing was like in the marketing was like, who is the Arkham Knight? And the answer is the lamest possible answer.
That's the last of them. We're clear.
It's too dangerous, Jim.
In my
Get in the
opinion.
Batmobile. I'll take us to the clock tower.
But let me. I'm glad that they gave the Batmobile a dump truck ass.
Batman. We're running out of time.
That's really my favorite part.
Sir, before you head to the clock tower, I thought you may like to hear the analysis of the Arkham Knight's forces you requested.
What have you got, Alfred?
I've set the Bat computer to analyze militia presence across the three islands and provide you with a real-time representation of the occupation's strength in each zone. As you can see, Miagani Island is heavily occupied, with a substantial drone ground force controlling the roads. Founders Island is the militia stronghold, protected by long-range radars and a missile launcher. I'd recommend keeping the Batmobile away from there for the time being. The remaining drone forces on Bleak Island have been redeployed
Okay.
to protect the clock
So we're stuck on the first island for now.
resistance.
Thanks, Alfred. I'm heading there now.
When I was talking about No Man's Land during the last stream, I forgot to mention that one downside is that you have to read a lot of Chuck Dixon, which is not. It's not like he's a bad writer, but he is a right-wing nut, so it leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Yes, sir? The extraction squad's down. Take control of the clock tower drones. He's coming. Switching to manual control. I'll stop him, sir.
Jim, the clock tower's surrounded. I'll clear the area. Let me know when it's safe to head inside.
Drone feed offline. Get back!
Get out of here. But a lot of it, a few of the tie-in issues are from Nightwing, and in a couple of those issues, they cut to Blockbuster. I haven't read the Nightwing solo, or the Nightwing series. So they cut to Blockbuster, and he's talking to an escaped gorilla from Gorilla City in the midst of this pretty grounded, like, No Man's Land story, and it's really jarring. Yeah. He took over briefly for Judd Winnick in The Outsiders. I think the original writer that was supposed to take over for Judd Winnick fell through, and it fell to Chuck Dixon, who I don't think read the Outsider run, and clearly doesn't want to be there. Because,
There are militia troops all over the clock tower, Jim. You'll be...
when Chuck Dixon is writing that run, he identifies Grace Choi as being... Grace Choi says that he's, well, they did like 5, because this is when Batman took over from Nightwing, and they spent 5, like, they did 5 one-shot issues assembling this new team under this writer, and then I guess he quit or something. The chat display is a little bit off, but then when it gets to the main series, Dixon takes over. And I know the reason I believe that Chuck Dixon did not read the book that he was taking over is because Grace Choi identifies herself as a lesbian. She says she doesn't have sex with men, which isn't true. She has sex with Roy Harper several times, and they imply that she had sex with Green Arrow, and that dovetails into my second piece of evidence, is that in the Dixon run, not only does Green Arrow say some homophobic shit, but they act like he has never met Grace before, which again is not true. I can pull up the issues that I'm talking about. No. Katana. One of those issues was Katana / Shazam, which was actually pretty cool, where Katana has to go inside her sword because the souls of her victims are like in an uprising, and that one was pretty cool. Let me see here. That was Judd Winnick. Let me see. I believe the writer was supposed to be Tony Bedard, who it looks like has done a lot of Green Lantern stuff. He wrote some Birds of Prey. Oh, he wrote some A Countdown. Ew. But yeah, Chuck Dixon taking over was not a fun time.
Safe in the Batmobile. I'll let you know when the area is secure.
I'm not just sitting here while you go after those bastards.
Yes, you are, Jim. Barbara wouldn't want you to get yourself killed. I'll be in touch the minute I'm done.
The second. Clock Tower unit, Batman knows we have his ally and he's coming for you. Hold him off. You can do this, man. I'm gonna tell you how.
It's not safe to enter without taking out the militia troops on the roof of the clock tower.
That's not the roof, but okay.
Oh God, where is he? I don't know. I can't see his freaking
Dixon on any DC comic past 2005 is a bad fit. I'm not like trying to minimize his contributions, the comics, but I am saying that he is that I do not respect him.
Get a grip, man. You sound like you've been huffing Scarecrow's fear toxin. We're wasting our time.
Getting away! After him!
Peekaboo.
This way, over here! You went this way! Target locked. Spread out. Check for casualties.
I was supposed to be getting my getting the webcam ready,
Meet me in the clock.
and by webcam I mean my phone.
I'm impressed.
I forgot about that.
Something new from all, Batman.
Okay, now we can go to the clock tower. And I believe that this is the part where there's an Easter egg referencing Black Canary. But, hello? Oh no.
Colleen? Is that you again?
Candygram!
Yeah, they didn't need to recreate this, I don't think.
Yet. Come on. Show a little spine.
Even Alan Moore regrets this.
Just wait till your father gets home. He's going to be furious about all this mess.
Although that's not nearly as bad as the actual comics, so. Can I leave now? Or... Okay.
Nothing like a trip down old memory lane, eh, Bats? And now a front row seat to the main event. You would have thought old Jim Gordon had been through enough. First, some handsome young maniac cripples his daughter. Now he's blaming himself for her being taken.
Winnick has at least not made a public ass of himself like Dixon has, so.
I mean, it's not like you went out and got his daughter killed. Well,
I forget because Dixon, like, tweeted, he was criticizing the way that Nightwing has been written, but he tweeted a completely edited page of the comic that wasn't real. Like, on purpose to make a political point. It was either on purpose or he didn't do research. Which is, like, both unacceptable. Well, I don't. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted by Twitter. Uh, and actually because it's Twitter, I probably shouldn't share that.
Jim's on his way up. I can't do that now.
Wait, what do we do? Okay, sorry.
Oh God, no.
We don't want him to know that she's Oracle. But like
This isn't your fault, Jim.
Of course it is. Crane's done this to get to me. I should have been here.
There's something I need to show you.
We haven't got time. She's not like us.
Identity confirmed.
She's strong, Jim. Stronger than you realize.
She works for you? This is all your fault.
I will find her.
She's my family! My daughter! She's all I've got! I never should have trusted you. Never!
Well, that could have gone better.
I'll do this on my own. Stay away from my family.
So Chuck Dixon, in January of this year, made a complete ass of himself by sharing and getting outraged at this fake panel, which isn't real. And Dean Cain also retweeted this. And even if it wasn't fake, I don't think he would have a valid point here. I think it would just... But the fact that it is fake is really what exposes this. But this was just people having fun. Now, to be fair, they are currently releasing a comic about Nightwing's butt called Nothing But Nightwing. So that's not super far removed from that fake panel, but and I don't want to get into that right now. But like, I don't know if like Dean Cain had made an ass of himself before, but I always just kind of assumed that he would. I got weird vibes. And I forget. Oh, hello.
I think that went quite well, considering. Of course, I wouldn't have told him, but that's why it's so liberating being me. You've got a lot to look forward to, Bats.
I see that now.
To Barbara. They covered their tracks by disabling the clock tower security cameras.
Washed up people tend
If I hack
to
the municipal
go
CCTV
that
system,
way.
I should be able to monitor all access
Zachary
points to the
Levi
building.
is just an accelerated version of the washed up MAGA celebrity. Because he's only like in his early 40s. Oh, hello.
No, that won't work. They probably took her in one of those vehicles. I need to confirm which one so I can track it.
There we go.
That's the Arkham Knight. He's got Barbara. I need to confirm which car he took her in.
Let me test something. Face reveal. I tested that earlier, but I just wanted to make sure the camera works. Meh. I'll do a real face reveal in a second, but let me just solve this puzzle. Is that Zaz? It is.
There's nothing here that tells me how Barbara was taken or who took her. There. That's the vehicle they took Barbara away in. Those tires are Amertec D60s. I can program the Batmobile to track their unique tread pattern. It'll lead me right to them.
Now that I think about it,
Well, that's actually something that I was going to say. So you may have seen, when we were looking at Barbara's bookshelves, you may have seen her next to somebody. And that's because in this game, she is not with Nightwing, she is with Tim Drake. Because Nightwing is like barely a character. Robin's not a lot better.
I shot her. I just
Lockdown clock tower. Authorization. Batman.
Seriously, I was aiming for her head.
I know.
Oh,
That
if I'd only had a
is
video
Tim Drake.
camera when I swept Barbara off her feet. Poor old Jimbo had to make do with a slideshow.
Because, I don't know. So when I was looking through, when I was going through the Teen Titans runs, I decided that I was gonna avoid talking about Slade Wilson. Because it was just gonna be upsetting after a certain point. And this is going somewhere, I promise. But so one of the in Bloodlines, which has all the characters like Hitman, one of the characters debuts in Deathstroke's annual, and then at the climax, all of the characters who had annuals tying into the event, they all show up to like have a meeting about what to do, and I want Deathstroke to please sit next to somebody else, anybody else. I don't want him sitting next to Tara. Can he please move?
Gordon's planning something big. Why else would he team up with Penguin?
Someone killed, mutilated, and posed a body on Merchant Bridge. If I'm going to stop
That's
them,
the.
I need to investigate the crime.
That's the second Terra who was ambiguously like either a clone or like resurrected, but I don't think they ever gave a concrete answer. But and I didn't show it in the panel, but in that panel, Nightwing and Beast Boy are sitting directly above Deathstroke and Terra, so I think he's just doing that to piss them off.
The man who swore to save Gotham. The hero who vowed to protect her people. Such words.
I think that I have a little bit of a 90s kid in me, because I read Gunfire, who was one of the characters from that, and I actually kind of like Gunfire. Who I was previously only familiar with because they made fun of him in Hitman a couple times. So the serial killer has struck again.
Alfred, I found another body. The mutilation pattern looks to be identical to the previous murder victim.
Yeah, and Hitman 1 million.
Gotham does indeed have a serial killer in its midst. And here I was thinking this evening couldn't get any worse.
I love the,
I'm going to scan the body for unique identifiers.
I love how you can just feel the contempt that that Garth Ennis had for having to tie into anything else going on in DC Comics, because he doesn't. I don't think he hates superheroes, but he just kind of doesn't care. I don't think he hates superheroes because there's that one issue where Hitman meets Superman, and he clearly does have a fondness for Superman. So I don't think it's that.
Deformity on the left ear. Looks like a
I think
result of
The
minor
Boys was just Garth Ennis blowing off steam. I don't think it's I don't know if it's fair to present The Boys as like any kind of definitive work by Ennis.
A wedding ring in the lower intestine. The inscription reads Ophelia.
Why does having a wedding ring in your intestine with the words Ophelia on it bring back that many results? How many people does that apply to?
The victim had a hip replacement. Scar tissue hasn't fully healed, so it must have been recent.
Alfred, the victim's name is Anthony Lund. Hospital records show he suffered with alcoholism, most probably brought on by the breakdown of his marriage. The name on the ring, Ophelia, his ex-wife. He was last seen in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Another person taken from outside the Gotham area.
A significant detail, sir.
So are these words written beside the bodies. Try and find a connection between the two victims I've found, Alfred. There has to be something linking them together.
I'll try my best, sir.
Well, when I was reading Punisher Max, I had to restrain myself because normally I would post panels while I was reading it to one of my Discords, but I would almost definitely get in trouble for doing that for most of the panels that are worth sharing.
What do you see when perched on high? Prey that no longer fears you.
It's mainly the slurs, but there are a few moments of gore that I decided were too much. Because the part where the Irish guy with no face is like yelling the N-word in a black diner is like a great part, but I can't share that with anybody. Ooh. Twitch has a new feature where they actually block spam most of the time. So someone tried to do the buy viewers scam, but Twitch blocked it. So I don't have to worry about it most of the time anymore.
Man, Scarecrow's a real buzzkill. He should put something funny on or something.
Yeah. There's a couple times recently where it happened where it didn't work, but it says it's in beta, so I'm hoping it improves.
There's gotta be someone left in Gotham worth robbing. Well, you know,
The tire tracks.
So yeah, I don't know why they decided to make it Tim Drake and not Nightwing. Because Tim Drake is also not really much of a presence in this game.
No, I want the Arkham Knight's name.
As do I, Master Bruce. He has presumably chosen that title.
Hang on, it might say... let's see, Tim Drake, there he is. It doesn't say... But he looks like early 20s.
You suggest we start?
Arkham City.
Of course, when Barbara debuted, she was originally... They didn't say how old she was, but she was like clearly an adult with like a doctorate in like library science. So she was like at least mid-20s, having a romance tease with a teenager.
Riddler, talk.
They gave Tim Drake a hood like Damien. And let me see here.
You know, Hugo Strange used to lecture us like Scarecrow, but he sent food packages too, you know?
And in the Gotham Knights game from a couple years ago, they they just straight up gave Tim Damien's kind of outfit. When I was streaming this Gotham Knights game one time, someone was like, "Pick Damien." I was like, "I understand why you feel that way, but that's not Damien. I swear to you, that's not Damien."
He despises you, this Arkham Knight. What did you do, hero, to enkindle such hatred?
Oh, I kicked him in the balls. I don't know how much I care for Damien, but I think that he, like, is a great character to have in the mix. At least anymore. Although, I don't really pay attention to what's been going on in DC Comics the past 10 years. It's weird that they reference Anarchy so much, considering he was in He was in the Arkham game that was not made by the main devs.
Gotham's a big place, and there's a whole lot between us. I'm ready for you.
What is that?
Alfred, the militia have deployed a device. It's burrowed deep into the road.
Yes, I see it. Similar
Oh, that's
devices
right.
are being planted across the city.
I forgot to from that Fantastic Planet movie that I watched. I forgot to post some screenshots. Let me see. I forget where they are. So when I was on my TV the night before, this is the picture that it showed me on the streaming service that made me want to watch it. I was like, well, I want whatever this eyeball monster is on, you know? Let me double check to make sure no one's tits are out in these pictures. Because all of the female characters in the movie have their nips out 24/7. This is the aliens like using their teaching machine to like learn stuff. And I think this is the last one where this one's blurry, but these are like two humans taking one of the aliens' devices because the aliens are like 200 times the size of humans. What else was I looking at pictures of on here? It was like in the peak of the Fritz the Cat adult animation era. And it's also one of the most French things I've ever seen in my life. I was unhappy that I had run out of my THC or my CBD or whatever. The weed shit.
Did you see the look on that cop's face when he turned the corner and saw us? Ha! I think he ran all the way back to GCPD.
That's clearly a mine, so I don't think you should touch that.
It's a bomb, Alfred. A well-armored one.
Oh dear. In that case, should you really be standing quite so close?
I'm going to set up a remote link to the Bat computer and hit it with every virus we've got. Once we're hacked in, I can expose the core and defuse it with a controlled explosion.
Very good, sir. Though I should warn you that the militia has already deployed a platoon of its unmanned tanks to stop you.
They won't.
Sir, the virus
I haven't seen any Riddler trophies.
the device. If you move too far away and lose the connection, it will flatten everything within a 10-block radius.
Oh, hello.
As you predicted, sir, he's trying to defuse the device. The drones you requested have been deployed. You need those bombs in place, Sergeant. They're our deterrent. I know, sir. I'll stop him. Drone flank initiated. Rattler offline.
payload is exposed, I can use the power wave to trigger a
We
controlled
tried
explosion.
this.
You think that's it, Dark Knight? I've got this whole city wired to blow. Try and disarm the explosives, and you'll face even more of my drone.
Well, there's a theory that they're actually being financed, or that the tanks come from DC's Cobra because all the tanks are named after snakes. But I don't remember if they actually answer where, because they say that they actually point out that this would take billions of dollars of funding, but I don't remember if they actually say where it's from. And it's really coming from Scarecrow because he's the head of the operation. But Arkham Knight is kind of like a controversial part. Actually, I don't know if it's controversial. I feel like everybody kind of agrees that that the Arkham Knight reveal sucks.
You see, I've waited years.
Because,
One is taking this from me. They'll get a charred crater if they try.
Sir, that warning was broadcast publicly. I suspect the Arkham Knight wishes to discourage outside intervention.
I should pick up the Arkham Knight's trail.
and they actually do kind of do this. They do this later in the game. They bring in Deathstroke, and I feel like they would have been better off just using Deathstroke the whole time, although they wouldn't have been able to market the game around that. Although they did kind of market Arkham Origins around Deathstroke being in it.
Be careful, the Bat's got a cannon on his car. He's kicking ass.
I will be right back.
This is no territory of yours, Batman. It is mine, and you will suffer my dominance.
Batman's got a tank? That's cheating. Didn't think we'd be sharing the streets with freaking tanks.
I wanted to avoid spoiling the Arkham Knight, but I think I just will, because I don't think anybody cares. To me. But the Arkham Knight, again, the game was like sold on like the mysterious identity. And it's just Jason Todd. And that would be lame anyway. But Jason Todd had never been directly referenced in this series before. So it really just comes across like a lead weight. I always forget about these Joker people. Hey, Cammy. I hope you're having a good evening.
Who chooses to dress like a bat unless you got a few screws loose?
They kind of spoiled, well, they kind of spoiled the fact that it's Jason Todd because they advertised Red Hood as a pre-order DLC.
Sorry, man. I gotta link up with Harvey's crew. We got plans. Oh, crap!
It's Batman! Get us out of here!
It was alright. We avoided the turkey controversy in Arkansas, which is where I am. If you look up Turkey, Arkansas, you might learn what I'm talking about, but we avoided that because we don't have turkey.
Lower the Mercy Bridge.
I can't.
We had
The militia must have
bacon
hardwired
wrapped
the
shrimp
transport
because
control
turkey
system.
sucks.
Find me their access point.
Right. Tracing the network traffic, it seems to have all been rerouted to Grand Avenue Station.
Then that's where they'll be. I'll proceed on foot and take over their access point. I'll contact you when you're able to lower the bridge.
Be careful, sir. Miagani Island is rife with militia drones and troops.
Listen up, man. We control the bridges, but Batman can and will adapt. Stay alert. Watch the skies.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be Dead Man or not up there.
It's gone dark night.
You could go so far as to say that this is a long Halloween.
Reign of fear. I'm sovereign now.
I stole that
Station
joke from
crawling
somebody,
with the
but I
Arkham
don't
Knights
care.
militia. I need to clear them out and find the access point they're using to hack into the transport network.
TV, with the shock. Good, we're gonna need it. You think he's coming? Oh, I know he is. Arkham Knight just kidnapped his friend. We got the drone. He's not catching us off guard. He better not. Batman
It's been like
accesses that
5 years since I played this.
Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight will do to
We're
us.
coming up on this game's 10-year anniversary.
So what happened? The chemical factory blew up, but I don't see any giant clouds of fear gas. Batman happened. He went in.
Okay, we don't have
3 units of our guys.
we don't have a disruptor, so we need to.
So he's as good as the Arkham Knight says. Yeah, he is.
No. Okay,
Don't want Batman accessing the bridge control.
I thought he blew it up, or that I blew it. But if you take out the drone operator, it'll just
You just crashed the drone. You okay?
explode, I guess. That seems like a feature that they should fix. It just instantly explodes when it loses the connection.
What happened to him? How do I know? Maybe he fell. Maybe Batman got him. You think he's here? Could be. This is not good. Leave! We need to look out for ourselves!
Still creeping around, jump. Guys from behind. You've been doing this too long.
Okay, I didn't mean to do that, but I'll take it.
Glad you're putting up a fight, Batman. I expected nothing less.
With the Arkham Knight's men taken care of, I can use their uplink terminal to lower the bridges.
Can I help you?
Isn't that Barbara's job? Oh, right. In all the excitement, I almost forgot. You don't really believe old Jimbo's gonna forgive you if you save her. He holds a grudge, Bats. I should know.
Alfred, I've re-enabled...
I like how the music has laughing in the background when he's on screen.
It's time to face your one true nemesis, Batman.
Oh dear. Is that who I think it is?
Enigma.
Oh, we're about to meet Catwoman, I think.
Riddle me this. Why would a Batman visit an abandoned orphanage?
Eddie, sweetie, you confused me with Robin. The big guy and I aren't all that close.
Oh, I know. It's because of what will happen to his feline friend if he doesn't get here in time. Shocked, Dark Knight? Stunned? You didn't expect this, did you? That is because you are no match for me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and your intellectual superior. Did you think I would just forget our last meeting, Dark Knight? You humiliated me. I know you will.
I just know that he hasn't been showering.
It's utterly impossible. You cannot do it. I have won already. I will mock your attempts to solve my conundrums. I will stand triumphant over your bloody corpse, and as the dim light fades for good in your tiny dullard's mind...
I said this last time, but this is the Riddler voice that I hear in my head when I read comics.
Come to the orphanage, detective, or she dies.
I forget where the orphanage is. Yeah. I think it's, like, Catwoman was... Oh, that's right. John Glover voiced the Riddler, didn't he? But this is, by the way, Man-Bat is here. In case you were unaware.
No way you're catching me going anywhere near Ace Chemicals now, my friend.
But I think Catwoman was kidnapped like a week ago because the Riddler knew that Scarecrow was planning this.
Riddle me this, fellas. What do you call the guy who takes down
Riddler has Catwoman. Tell me why.
I don't know anything, I swear.
Tell me why.
Tied her up and left her inside.
Why? What's Nygma's play?
I ain't got a clue. I just brought her here and planted someone else's trophies nearby. That's it. You gotta believe me.
I do.
I really hated his spine. I'm glad that Batman took care of that. I mean, he does have... This is like a special armor that increases his strength a little, but you raise a good point.
Batman? That had better be you, and you had better be sorry.
So Riddler's big thing in this in these games is like jigsaw traps.
Keep still. Are you okay?
Perfect. What little girl doesn't dream of being bait for her strapping Dark Knight?
We're leaving.
You might be, but I'm not.
Ah, both contestants are finally here. Tonight, folks, we've got riddles galore. But first, let me introduce my beautiful assistants. I'm growing tired of my dependence upon the least useless dregs I can scrape from Gotham's utterly uninspired underbelly. Why rely on others for help when you can design, program, engineer, and manufacture it yourself?
Ooh, we can switch characters. Yes. So Riddler, like, claims that he built these robots, but these are actually just the steampunk robots that Ra's al Ghul has. Ra's al Ghul has steampunk robots in these games, if you were unaware.
Together, you're just
Which is, like, something that, like, is a weird detail that doesn't get brought up enough.
hitting things.
Hell yeah.
No doubt you enjoyed that, Detective. It's the most fun you'll have all night. You see, Dark Knight, this feisty, felonious feline has been fitted with a shiny new collar. With each challenge you complete, you'll get one little key. Collect every key and the kitty goes free.
Well, the thing is,
Move it too soon,
in Arkham City,
goes boom.
there's this place called Wonder Tower,
But don't despair, Dark
and it turns
Knight.
out that,
You did one challenge already.
that it's like a turn-of-the-century, like, World's Fair type thing, where Ra's al Ghul was pitching to Gotham City, like, a place called Wonder City, which is like an underground utopia.
Your second test is waiting.
But, like, unfortunately, they don't really focus on that very much in the game.
Stay here.
I'm wearing a bomb, Batman. Of course I'm staying here.
And Ra's al Ghul is only in this game as DLC. So.
It's unlike you to get caught. Was it an ambush? Blackmail? A trap?
He invited me.
What?
He said he had a job.
A job?
Of the cat burgling variety. I'm pretty good at it, remember? Not all of us scamper around on rooftops at night because
I'm glad that they fixed the female faces from Arkham City.
Now where's my key?
I guess we're leaving.
Don't keep me waiting.
Sir, I've regained control of the bridges.
Good work. I'll contact you when I'm in position at Mercy Bridge.
What? Oh, Batman, old boy, this is quite the dilemma, isn't it? Do you save the incompetent friend who...
Oh, Joker's making the same joke that you did. Barbara and Catwoman are both kidnapped.
Personally, I go see Eddie's latest contrived death gauntlet. I'm sure he went to a lot of trouble.
I'm heading to Mercy Bridge to pick up the trail of the Arkham Knight's vehicle.
Miss Gordon's safety is on all of our minds, sir. Good luck.
Well, nobody right now, because they evacuated it. But in the intro of this game, they actually say that roughly 7 million people live here. Oh, there's a lot more going on besides the serial killer, let me tell you. There's Man-Bat flying around. Actually, I think he's right over here somewhere.
The Bat creature's still at large on I need to go back to the bridge to bring the Batmobile onto Miyagani Island.
But they say, like, roughly 7 million people, and, in another Discord, we've been having discussions about, if we want to include these fictional cities, you can't have, a huge population. And I think Gotham would have to be the exception to that rule. I think 7 million might be too much, but I do think it needs to be in the millions somewhere. Look at him go.
My favorite riot was probably Blackgate, but this is top 3. Easy.
Well, this is Man-Bat's first appearance in this continuity, so I think he's just a nuisance.
Alfred, run analysis on the blood sample I just uploaded.
Right you are, Master Bruce.
Batman has no context for Man-Bat.
Now, how you managed to get this sample is beyond me, sir. Ah, here we are.
Oh, we already solved the mystery.
But we have a partial match, a Dr. Kirk Langstrom.
Search for any properties in Gotham owned or leased by Dr. Langstrom.
Certainly. Let me see. Ah, he and his wife lease a basement laboratory in Chinatown. I'm sending you the address.
Okay. So in order...
I'm heading to
we need to lower the bridge so that we can get the Batmobile in here so that we're not just instantly murdered by these drones.
Good luck.
Well, you're not wrong. Now, I said this before, but I played the Suicide Squad game is in the same continuity as the Arkham games, and 90% of the stuff that makes it in the same continuity is completely perfunctory and just feels like nostalgia bait.
Nailing people to walls.
The Suicide Squad game is not good. It's just mainly a boring shooter, but around like 3 hours in, someone hacks into your communications, and it's the Riddler who challenges you to find his trophies. And when that happened in the Suicide Squad game, I was like, shut the hell up. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody cares. Did the serial killer strike again?
Yeah, I fought Batman once. Broke my arm in 3 places. But the way I see it...
Alfred, I'm at the bridge.
One moment, sir. I should probably warn you, there's a significant militia presence.
I'm not crazy about the Batmobile design in this game.
I managed to access the files Miss Gordon was working on before her abduction.
I don't like how it's dummy thick,
In the drones,
for one.
a direct hit from the Vulcan gun on their sensor array should destroy them with a single shot.
We lost one, sir. He's making you look like a fool. Arkham Knight, come in. Defense is breached. He's moving on to me.
Now we can do the Riddler one.
Challenge with Chinatown. Fine, Nigma. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selena's life
Oh,
depends on
the Riddler challenge wasn't even on that island. Never mind. Chinatown is also where Kirk Langstrom is. Or where his lab is.
Chase after your ally, Bat, if you can, through a city my army now controls. With luck, you'll find her before I show you how tonight is really going to end.
Oh man, one of the firefighters is being held hostage. Hang on.
You guys are crazy! He can't help it. When he starts collecting, he has to get the whole set. Yeah, I remember collecting baseball cards when I was a kid. Me too! Stumpy Jackson, the one card I never got. Look on the bright side.
Get out of here. So I'm not a big fan of the bat suit either, or the armored upgrade bat suit.
No way through. Turn around.
I don't think he needs to be in power armor.
Batman. God, it's really you.
What happened here?
Our truck was attacked. The rioters dragged us out one by one. We were separated, taken away. Please, they're gonna kill us.
I'll save your crew. Wait here. I'll get a GCPD officer to pick you up.
So that's like 12 firefighters we need to save.
A challenge, but in Chinatown. Fine. I'll play your games and I'll win. Selena's life depends on it.
I forget what challenge this is, but the last one was like a race, but I forget what this one is.
Well, well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it?
The Suicide Squad game also has the Arkham Penguin in it, but
just how insignificant, how unworthy.
in a lot of ways, Suicide Squad being in the continuity of Arkham just makes the story more complicated in rather than being satisfying, because Arkham City and Arkham Origins have Deadshot in them, but the Deadshot in those games is white. For the Suicide Squad game, they decided to make him African American, which is like, whatever. I don't care about that. But instead of just doing a good old retcon, they decided to reveal that the white Deadshot is from the multiverse.
A trial so elegantly simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, detective.
When they really could have just done a retcon, that would not have been that crazy. The multiverse is actually a big part of the story. Well, it's mostly a shooter, so I get why they want Deadshot, especially because he was in the movie, but it's a... One of my friends had an idea for a Suicide Squad game that was more like of a tactic, more like a turn-based tactics type of game, like XCOM. And that would have been better, because one of the problems is that because it's mostly a shooter and it's focused on the gunplay,
Oh dear, Dark Knight.
it doesn't feel like it really brings, it doesn't feel as much like it should of you being the Suicide Squad game. Like, this is a game where you play as Captain Boomerang, but he mostly uses guns instead of boomerangs.
You don't stand a remote chance of solving this one.
And if I want to play as King Shark, I want to be tearing people apart with my bare hands and my teeth. I don't want to be mostly shooting people. we go over here.
Dark Knight,
Pardon me.
balance. I don't think you're going to figure this out.
The Suicide Squad game does have a couple cool parts. There's a part where you're in this, like, Batman museum, and the Brainiac Batman is like picking you off one by one using the same tactics that he does in the Arkham games. But that's like one 5-minute part. And there's a part where, I guess this is a spoiler, but when Green Lantern dies, King Shark takes the ring and summons a giant shark to take down Brainiac's, like, shield. And that's cool, but it also completely goes against the common understanding of how the Lantern rings work, which is that you can't just steal them and use them. That's what I always understood.
This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill.
Nope. Almost made it. Nope. The Green Lantern boss fight is as far as I made it in that game. John Stewart Green Lantern, by the way. Which would normally be hype, but not in this context. No. Sorry. Okay. I think I know where I went wrong. I think I might have woken up my dad with that screaming. But he can cope. That's better.
Well done, Detective. Your true calling as a third-rate circus stuntman becomes clearer by the day. Well, you figured it out. Or blundered your way to victory. Time to help Catwoman with her key.
Okay.
Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad
So,
beside me.
in case you weren't listening,
Listen carefully, Dark Knight.
you need to find keys that go in that go in Catwoman's little collar.
In front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
And this is basically, so there are all these keys, and all but one of them will blow up her head.
The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the
And by the way,
your job, detective,
actually, we might as well do that.
figure
Hang
out
on.
which cabinet Catwoman must open.
I apologize, Selena, in advance, but
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say.
oh, for some reason I remember them actually showing her head explode. Did the game crash? Or is he just gonna let me stew in my failure for a minute? Okay. So the previous game had had two playable characters in the story, Batman and Catwoman, and you could do challenge maps as Robin and Nightwing additionally. And in the main story of this game, you can play as all four of them at various points in the story, like we saw with Catwoman earlier. I swear to God, if I have to do that puzzle again, I'm gonna be upset.
Well, you figured it out, or blundered your way to...
There was a comic that I read one time where they said the population of Gotham City was 15 million, which is like...
Hop on the pressure pad beside
Which is like, would actually be insane. That's like almost twice the population of New York City.
Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend... Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it
I don't know why that happens, but this time we're actually gonna get our
Batman, let's see if you're as
our
smart
thing
as
right.
they say.
So I think we'll do the Riddler room that's about to unlock, and we'll do the Man-Bat lab, and then we'll all go to bed.
One down.
Just this once, I've lowered the count on Catwoman's collar by 2 digits to account for Batman's earlier success. I could have simply started the count on 8, but, well, 9 lives? I couldn't resist. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big, mysterious green door.
Yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it.
The Arkham games also contain the only version of Hush that I remotely give a shit about.
The sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting. Orphanage.
Think about how much time and effort and resources have to go into all of what Riddler is doing, and think about how he spends all of that on this. But giving Gotham City a population of 15 million was actually like crazy, because again, that's like almost twice the population of New York City. I think Gotham needs to have
both when I get there.
A population in the millions, but not that fucking high. Oh, a Riddler guy. Hang on.
Look out! It's Batman!
Let's step on his head. Oh, never mind.
Riddler, talk while you still can. I'll tell you everything I know. It'll do.
So, Scarecrow gas masks do not work on the new fear toxin, but I don't think Scarecrow told his guys that.
Gotham went to sleep after Joker died.
If you ask me, it could be any one of those whack jobs that Bat banged up in Arkham. I mean, who doesn't want Batman dead? Well, you had enough yet, punk? Speak up, we can't hear you. You won't win.
Okay, fine. I'll save one of the firemen.
Today, huh? Yeah, I'd like to see him try. With all these guns, we'll fill him full of lead. Guns don't stop him. This many will. We got every angle covered. He ain't getting out. It's the bat.
They didn't have their guns loaded.
Thank you. I thought I was dead for sure. Those animals.
We learned that I believe
The chief had his head
I
back
believe
into the
Condiment King is referenced in Arkham Origins, but we learned that in the comic book tie-in,
fireball or something slammed into us. I must have blacked out. Next thing I know, one of these psychos is stubbing a cigarette out on me.
that Condiment King,
I'm still
Crazy
looking.
Quilt,
Wait here. I'll arrange for you to be taken to
and
safety.
Mad Hatter, I believe, were all killed off. I think they killed Killer Moth off too. The Mad Hatter is the only character that had ever appeared in one of the games. Oh, that's so. For DLC, they released 4 expansion missions featuring Mad Hatter, Ra's al Ghul, Killer Croc, and Mr. Freeze. But we're not going to do those right now.
Selina's still trapped in the orphanage. Nigma's got something in store for us both when I get there.
Tonight's the night we stick it to the bat. About time, if you ask me.
So gameplay-wise, I think this game is pretty solid aside from the Batmobile. But story-wise, I think it kind of fumbles. But I do appreciate that it tried to bring the story to a definite conclusion, which was then ignored by Suicide Squad.
Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear.
The
Your
Riddletorium,
friend has
huh?
not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this.
I appreciate Batman's camel toe. That's very necessary.
Upon reflection. Good luck. Good luck. Well, it seems you have earned the
I like to think that
right to
Riddler
your
ran back in here real quick to set up this riddle.
Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry, do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Later.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
1, 4, 5, 2.
Neither of
Wait.
you is getting out of there without the other's help.
4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 3, 1.
I've got 5 switches in the world's
4,
most
5,
boring
2.
light show over here. You?
Same.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not quite as dumb as each other. Congratulations,
5, 2,
Batman.
4.
Catwoman, you're lagging behind.
1, 3, 5, 2, 4. Counting with person mans.
Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission.
Take it out!
Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations on my automated assistant?
Let's not waste any time here.
Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
I'm glad they gave Catwoman a really shiny butt. That's like the best part.
This is going to take all night, isn't it?
it's a long Halloween. Speaking of which, apparently Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee are taking over the Batman book, which I don't think is really the hype moment that they that DC probably thought.
How are you holding up?
I don't think that they need to be bringing back
help getting this thing off.
Shit from 20 years ago to revitalize the brands.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
I have also lost all interest in Jeff Loeb. So... I've been meaning to read the Absolute books.
Hey, Bats. When did Catwoman get so cute? Must have been when I started looking out of your eyes, hmm? You're gonna ask her out or what? Oh, you're not still torn up about Talia al Ghul?
Oh yeah, Talia al Ghul is dead.
It's been months. Even the worms that ate her corpse have probably forgotten about it by now. You're really gonna turn down this fine opportunity for romance just because I blew your last girlfriend's lungs out? Take a tip from your wingman, Brucey. The ladies hate it when you brood over the ex you failed to save.
But, I do plan on reading the Absolute books at some point. I've just been focused on the other shit I've been reading. Do we want to... We can do one more Riddler trial, and then we'll go home. And by go home, I mean go to bed. Someone in my Discord was talking, or my comic Discord was talking about how the MCU is like the worst thing to happen to the Wasp.
You understand that?
And other than Ultimatum, that's probably true.
Even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle, but no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance. You understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now. Well,
the MCU is probably the worst thing to happen to the actual comics, but in general, but besides that one time that they canceled Mark Waid's Captain America so that they could hire Rob Liefeld to do it.
another racetrack detective, but
More racing.
do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these.
I think when you stop thinking of it in terms of adapting the comics, it gets better. I recently watched Agatha All Along, which doesn't really have a lot to do with the rest of the universe at large, and that was fine.
I built this course in a sewer.
It doesn't involve the multiverse at the very least. He set up, like, multiple racetracks with massive pneumatic lifts and shit.
Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Have you noticed, Batman? The walls of inevitability are closing in.
I know.
That's it. I'm cranking it up.
And he has only had maybe... Let's see. It's been... I think it's been a little over 8 months since Arkham City, so he has only had 8 months to do this. Without anyone noticing.
You know, I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull.
Even with the robots helping him, I don't think he would have had time to achieve everything that he has.
What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. I can see it, Detective. You're miscalculating corners.
Shit.
Swerving through straight. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a very special ant to crush itself underfoot. Enough!
We did it!
Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
I forget her name. I think it's Grey Delisle. Is also the voice I hear in my head for
Can you trust him, Catwoman?
For Catwoman.
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions.
At least in Arkham City, he was working in Arkham City, which was completely abandoned by any sort of law enforcement, so he could just do whatever. And he wasn't designing mile-long racetracks.
Chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
Oh, I thought it would open another door in the orphanage. Where is Gotham Casino? I want to see if we have time.
Riddler's trial's in Kingston. He's been toying with me so far, enjoying the sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity is manifested.
Oh, it's just like next door.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game.
But after we get the next Batman Catwoman room and we beat that, then we will actually go to bed, I promise.
I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else.
God, he's so sweaty. Look at him. He's sweaty in a literal and metaphorical sense.
Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. En route to the next one? Actually a variety of squirrel.
Well, that was very short.
I can't leave. Catwoman needs my help choosing a key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Riddle me this. What has a cape, a cow?
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
I was rewatching some clips from the Justice League Apocalypse War movie, and I didn't forget, but I forgot visually how brutal it is and how they don't give a shit. For those unaware, that movie was part of like a series of movies set in the of animated movies set in the same universe. And for the finale, they decided to kill most of the characters off. And in fact, I think that movie ends with them saying that only like 1.5 billion people are still alive on Earth.
Throwing yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped.
Because Darkseid won.
Guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective.
It's kind of like the ultimatum of the DC universe. I don't think it's as bad as Ultimatum, but it definitely has the same disregard for human life. Sucked is a bit of an understatement. But in that Apocalypse War movie, the Teen Titans are all killed in flashback, and like you just see Starfire ripped in half after like her being in 2 movies where she has a really cute relationship with Nightwing. It's brutal.
Alpha target hit. Going for the kill. Batman's taking out a drone.
And I was talking about Mark Miller the other day and how I don't really care for Mark Miller's work at all. I don't mind the Ultimates that much. Partly because the Ultimates got worse after he stopped being involved in it. When Jeff Loeb took over writing the Ultimates, it got so much worse. when he wrote Ultimates 3 and Ultimatum, because he was in the... Did I destroy a tank by bumping into it? Is that what happened?
Target hit. Alpha target wiped out the drone unit in Kingston.
But there's a part that I always think about. Yeah, we're almost done, but have a good night, Blackstone. But there's a part that I always think about where, because Ultimate Captain America is like kind of a right-wing douche, because he actually has the prominent views of a man from the 40s, but he's upset because Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are in an incestuous relationship. And for some reason, Captain America is portrayed as being in the wrong in that scenario, as just being an out-of-date bigot, and I don't get why. What?
How long will you struggle, Batman?
Speaking of bedtime, I think that it is, since we have now been live for 3 hours, I think it is time that we all go to bed. Let me check. I think we can actually raid into somebody right now. Let me check to see if my friend Tiger is streaming. He is!
Scoutfly wouldn't be near any orbs, and thankfully it's not. Good. Thank you. That's one victory out of many fails. Okay, now comes this part. We have to
Everybody take easy and stay safe.